Alright, so this is the Monday after the Sunday that the Eagles finally broke their four-game losing streak. Um, I'm, I was thrilled yesterday. It was a great game. Um, all in all, I think our defense really came up big time. Um, I think I think the turning point was in the beginning of the game. There's a pass, I think it was third down, to Chris Cooley. And Namdi Asama, yeah, Namdi Asama, you finally hear about him. He's finally showing up. Laid a nasty hit, kind of like the one in the 2006 divisional round against the Saints. Same number too, 24 is Sheldon Brown. Almost the same exact type of hit. And what do you know? Chris Cooley leaves not too long after that. He goes in the locker room. That was a wake-up call. We desperately needed that. Uh, After that, I believe we had four interceptions. I remember Kurt Coleman had three. He picked off Rex Grossman three times. Uh, and one of them I remember was consequently big because it was a turnover that we recently had. It was a Vince Young turnover, and Kurt Coleman saved the day. Any other past four games, how would we have played? Well, let's see. Michael Vick got injured for a little bit. He likes to come and go whenever he wants, apparently. But he left for like three plays or so. Um, and then Vince Young came in, had a little 2 yard run, and then an interception. Our defense, the past four games, would have probably allowed a touchdown, and then probably we would have turned it over again, and then another touchdown. Before you know it, a field goal or something, we would have been down and probably lost the game. Now this time our defense turned it up. Our offense didn't produce anything in the second half. We had that aside from that good, I think it was like a 40-yard cat bomb from Vic to Macklin. That was amazing. But aside from that, I think 2 or 3 plays later, we turned the ball over. Is horrible. But aside from that, Vic only had that one interception. Vince Young, he didn't. That was another interception. But aside from that, really, we only had one serious turnover. Um, so I think our offense, sorry, really improved as far as turnovers are concerned. Also, red zone, we had two touchdowns, two field goals. Could have been better. We had one more touchdown, and then a field goal, three touchdowns. That would have been a lot better. But either way, 20 points helped us. That's all we really needed to beat the Redskins. Uh, and I'm not gonna say they're a crappy team because they were top of the division before this week. So I mean, I think it was a great win. I was really happy about it. Um, I'm really now. I can't say I'm looking forward to next week. Next week we got a bye. That's a good thing, because we're also. I think Andy Reid's like 9-0 or something. We're undefeated under Coach Andy Reid after a bye. We got the Cowboys at home, Sunday Night Football. If we can win that game, it'll mean a lot of things. One, it'll mean that because the Cowboys lost, so that'll mean to the Patriots. So that means uh if they lose again, I don't know who they're versing. They're playing the Rams. They're probably gonna win that game. But if they do somehow lose, drop them to two and I think they're 2-3 right now. So that'd be 2-4. And then if we beat them, that'd be 2-5. Regardless, even if they win, they come out and they're 3-3. If we play them, we win. We're 3-4. They're 3-4. We got the head-to-head already. We're not in last place anymore. That's for sure. We're in third place, moving on up. It's a great game. It's a statement game because it's Sunday Night Football. It's a division rivalry. Everyone at this point in the division is better than us, so beating anyone in the division is a great win for us. And I would put a two-game winning streak, our first winning streak of the season. That'd be great. And then only one game under 500. So I mean, that game is really important for our season. Every game is at this point, but one game at a time. Dallas Cowboys next, 2 weeks from now. If we can get that win, that'd be excellent. That would be so great because then after that, with 3 games at home, we have them, we have the Cowboys, we have the Bears. That's another really tough game. That's probably even tougher than the Cowboys. The Bears are doing really great this season. They beat up against the Vikings. They did lose to the Lions, but the Lions are a great team this year. So I think if we can beat them at home, that'd be great. Also, the fact that we haven't beaten the Bears, I think since 2009 or something was the last time we beat them. We don't fare well regardless of where the game's played against the Bears for some reason. They really, I don't know. I don't know why, but I think their defense is just so nasty. I remember last time Vic had they just beat up on Vic the entire game. It was just horrible last season. But I think that we can beat the Bears, beat the Cowboys. We're looking good because after that, if we beat both those teams, we'll be at 500. We'll be 4-4, and we get a home game against the, as of right now, 1-5 or something, Arizona Cardinals. So that'd be great for us. That's probably a good. That's probably like an easy win. I mean, I can't say that the way this season's been going. We've been losing a lot of good, easy games. 49ers. Um, so I mean, we really, if we can lock up those three games, the and the road trip at 3-0, the home trip. What am I saying? The home stand at 3-0. That'd be great. It would be above 500. 5-4. We'll have to see how the rest of the division plays out, but we'd be in a good position. I could say honestly, if we win the next three games, we'd finally be at an okay spot. We can breathe. We can finally start watching Sports Center, Eagles fans, like watch NFL Live again. Because for the past like basically almost a month, I haven't even been watching any of that. It's just aside from the Michael Vick post games, which have been kind of funny. I haven't really been watching too much of NFL. And anytime Sports Center gives a little football specials, I kind of turn it off. It's been rough. It's been rough. It's kind of reminiscent of '07 and '05, but the difference between those teams and this team is that this team's actually good. We have the pieces. Those teams, we just injuries. We played, but we don't really have any serious. Michael Vick's still in the game. Michael Vick's still there. We still got Namdi. I mean, no one's really hurting. We got McCoy. We got all of our receivers. There's really no excuse for us to be where we are. So it's safe to say that at least we have the pieces. We just need to build up our game plan, make our game plan a little bit better. I think we still need to execute a little bit better in the red zone. It's really frustrating every time that we get in there, and it's like, well, I mean, the last time, beginning of the second half, we had that interception. I mean, had that not happened, we would probably had another field goal try. But that's the difference. That's really the difference, I think, is the turnovers. I mean, obviously you see last week. I think it was last week. Vic had four interceptions. This week the opposite. He had one, and Rex Grossman had four, and that's what we kept them from school. We kept them from scoring. They put up, and anytime the only points they put up were two field goals. So all in all, I think we had a great defensive stand. The defense really came up big, and that's what they're supposed to do. We're supposed to have one of the best defenses in the league. It finally came to show. Our offense could be a little bit more explosive, like I said, but and again, once again, 20 points enough to beat the Redskins. So looking ahead, the Dallas game, the Dallas Cowboys, they're coming in. They're 2-3 right now. They lost some close games. They lost to the Patriots by like a touchdown at the end. Brady beat them. You kind of saw it coming now. I mean, if you're not going to put up a touchdown, they're most likely going to. I mean, if you're putting Brady back there at the final drive of the game, he's going to obviously score something, most likely a touchdown, which he did with ease. The other games, though, that they lost, the Jets, that was a heartbreaker for them. I think that was the last minute drive that they had too, the Jets. And then the one to the Lions. The Lions just came back after being down by like 17 or something like that. But the Cowboys are a pretty good team though. They beat the Redskins, same as us, so can't really compare. I forget who else they beat, but they got two wins. Again, they're kind of like the same team, in my opinion, as us because they're pretty much in their games. Like they have a good team and they're in all the games, even the ones that they lose, and they just come up short at the end. Same with us. So I think it's going to play out very interestingly. I think their defense is pretty dirty with Rob Ryan, but I think our defense is dirtier. I think that we have a good chance of beating them, but I'm not really going to say much. I don't want to jinx us. I think all in all, it's probably going to come down to the run game for us. That seems what's been working for us. LaShawn McCoy seems like every time Vic's back there, he wants to run it, hand it off to LaShawn McCoy. I think that has a lot to do with him getting hit. I remember the Redskins game; he got nailed in the end zone, and it's like if you didn't, I mean, he didn't just get late hit. That was they took there's three defenders or so took him off his feet. It was close, but they I don't know if the Redskins are just retarded. They just think that over watching like the news or whatever, everyone's getting late hits. No, everyone's getting late hits on him without being penalized. So they just thought they could eh, make that to make that point to the max. Just like drilled him in the end zone, and that was ridiculous. And I'm glad we got called. They got called for a late hit because had they not, that would have been all over the news. I would have been furious. That was an insane late hit. But other than that, our offensive line really shored up against the Redskins and prevented him from getting hit as much. He still got his little hits, but not as much as in the past four games. So yeah, I think that if we can keep our offensive line strong, keep that game plan going, have prevent him from getting hit. Maybe he'll throw more. And I've noticed we had a lot of short passes. Probably could do the same thing as the Cowboys. Short pass to Jackson, Macklin, Selleck, Avant. But it really seems like we're really using McCoy a lot. I don't know where Ronnie Brown is. I mean, I know the few times we give it to him, he's averaging like 3 yards a carry or something. But I don't think we give it to him enough. Um, I mean, we could use him in all sorts of screens and everything. Every time we give it to him, it seems to be he's supposed to be like a solid, tough back where he just like pounds through the middle. But we should probably take some of the pressure off of McCoy. I mean, he's getting a lot of carries, and I mean, I don't know how long he's gonna last. It's the same thing with Michael Vick. If he gets hit a lot, runs a lot, he's gonna get hit, and he's gonna get banged up towards the end of the season. He's gonna be really hurting and not as strong. I think same goes for McCoy. Right now, McCoy is really that centerpiece, but I think we have to really concentrate on trying to limit his carries, pass the ball more, or at least give it handed off to Ronnie Brown. I mean, he's Ronnie Brown, and the other guy that we have, Deion Lewis, he's also good. Almost had that touchdown, and it was called back, but yeah, I really think that if we could give it to Ronnie Brown, maybe pass it more, it'll be more efficient. I don't like the way that Vic's passing it. Even that touchdown pass to a Selleck, it was really close to getting picked. There's a lot of close, you know, throws. He's been fitting him in there. Some of them really great, but they've been coming so close. And it's not like he hasn't thrown interceptions a lot. He has. So I mean, he needs to maybe tweak that a little bit. Give it to someone who's maybe not being double covered. I don't know. And aside from that, that's really it. I'm really happy that we got a win. A win's a win. I don't care if we're 2-4. The fact that we're 2-4 and we just won, we're going to the bye week. Everything's positive right now. We got that undefeated streak on the line after the bye. So if we can get that win against the Cowboys, we'll be back on track. So that's my video, and I'll see you guys next week.